All right, so since the last recording, I've done a few more modifications onto my truck front. So if you're taking a look at this and going, hey, that's not how we left it last time, that's true. I think you can probably figure out how to do some of this stuff. So, but what I want to do is show you now how to basically make new parts inside the same part studio, so you don't have to like make separate parts every single time. So that's kind of the next step. So what I want to do with this is I want to make this very similar to what I had to do for my part 2 here, which is I have the system down here of struts that we're using, and instead of instead of attaching it straight to the body of the object, what I wanted to do is make this a removable part instead. So had I thought through this a little bit more, I would have done that there, but I didn't. So I'm going to make this little slot for an insert, is what I made at the bottom of my truck front here. And I'm going to create a new part inside of there. So give me a second here. So I'm going to go to Extrude. I'm going to extrude this. I did a 1/4 inch depth on there. And this time, instead of doing add, I'm going to do new. So this is going to be a new part. And that's what's going to make the difference here. So I'm going to have it go a depth of 0.25. So it's going to go right to the edge. Okay, just like I want it to. It's going to fill in that space. And everything else is good. This is a new surface. So I'm going to go with that and hit check. All right, so now I have my new surface started, which is great. The thing that's going to be interesting now is trying to repeat kind of what I did on the other one to make it look pretty much the same. So I want to take note of a few things here. The first thing I'm going to do is find my sketch that has the dimensions for where those where those tubes start from. I think it's actually the same dimensions as the slots here, the connectors. So if I can remember that, that's actually going to be not a big deal. But I do want to make sure that, let's see, sketch 6, let's see where sketch 6 is. Yeah, that's not it. I'm going to find the right sketch here. I don't think it was that one. Not that one. Maybe it was sketch 3. Yeah, it was sketch 3. So I'm going to go into sketch 3 just real quick and take note of the distances here. Man, it does not tell me. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to find, let's see. That's not what I want. From there to there. I'd like to know the dimensions between those two. So let's see if I can get those dimensions. So that point to that point. That is 2 inches. Okay, great. So I'm gonna exit out of this. I don't want to save that. I'm going to. All right. So we got 2 inches, and then it was 1 inch from either side. So here we go. I'm gonna just go ahead and make 2 circles right away. Oops, I need to edit the sketch. So let's go to Extrude 8, new sketch, right there. All right, so I'm going to make, I'm just going to make 2 points. So I'll make one here and here, and I'm going to make those dimensioned. Let's see. I'm going to dimension that and that. I want those to be 2 inches apart. And then I want those to be, yikes, 2 inches from that edge. All right. So I'm going to now get these 2 dots to be kind of even with each other. And we're going to use the vertical constraint for that. So I'm going to click on the 2 dots, go to the sketch tab or selection, choose vertical. And since I made sure one point was a certain distance away from the other and in, that totally sets everything up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and dimension one last distance here. Let's see. I'm going to dimension this distance right here. There we go. And I'm going to see what 0.7. Let's see. Huh. That's interesting. Oops. Well, let's see. Alright. I'm having issues here. Let's see if I can select dimension. I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do... Oh, I can just dimension from there. From here to there. Let's just make that 0.525, and then that's 2 inches there. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so now I want to make sure that I have 2 more points on this side, and I want them to be relatively the same position, so I'm going to do the same things. I'm going to do some dimensioning here. I want that point to be 0.525 from that edge, and I want that dimension to be exactly 2, and then I want this distance from here to there to be 1. There we go. And then lastly, I want these 2 points to be vertical from each other. Vertical. Got it. All right, they're all locked in. Notice how they're all black, so they're all locked in. They won't move anywhere now, which is a good thing because I need those to stay where they are. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a circle. Now, the reason I'm creating a circle here is because I need to make pipes, essentially. So I'm going to choose to make a circle right there, and right there, and oh, I didn't make that one work. That's all right. So that one circle, the third circle I did, is not constrained to be coincident. So I'm going to click those 2 and do coincident. That'll help. Okay. So now I'm going to dimension this circle right here. And the other pipes that I did were 0.125. Alright, so I'm going to do that one, and then instead of dimensioning all of them, I'm just going to say, well, I want them all to be the same. So I'm going to select this circle and that circle and say I want them to be equal. And then I want this one, and I can actually do all of them at the same time. So I could do that, that, and that, and I want those to be equal. There we go. Alright. So that gets me set up to do the pipes. Now, the thing that's going to be interesting here is those pipes are, they're coming out at angles and stuff. Oh, there's one other, sorry, I have to make one other circle. Should have made that first. Well, that's just what happens, isn't it? So, I'll do a circle right there at the middle. And I'm going to make sure that that is equal to these. Oops, I did not want to do that. Alright, select. I do not want to select that. I want to select that. Equal. There we go. Alright, so now all those are the same size. Great. Alright, so now I am actually finished with that sketch.